Hey, what is up, everybody? Thank you for joining back into my channel. I am your host, LegendX, coming to you with another crypto update. On this channel, we're going to go ahead and try to decrypt, or that is unlock the earning potential of cryptocurrency. Let's see what we can get through today. Starting off, right off the bat, we are going to confront the elephant in the room. As you guys are aware, if you have viewed any of my previous videos, I'm heavy, or have been recently heavy into passive income via lending programs, crypto lending programs. I did do cryptocurrency. Obviously, I do also trade in other cryptocurrencies, but the lending program provided me the different lending programs providing me a backbone source of revenue on a daily to live and also to build out my portfolio elsewhere. So all over the board, reinvesting. As many of you probably already know, one of the biggest lending platform I was pretty heavily involved in, Bitconnect, unfortunately has shut down their lending program. It is a big blow, not only to its investors in Bitconnect, but investors in virtually every lending platform there is. All of them seeing waves. When the biggest dog goes down, it causes ripples. So just gonna jump right into that. Basically, from what I've been told by them, and also by some big, national promoters, is that basically there was like a 1-2 punch. You had the cease and desist orders from Texas and from North Carolina SEC to Bitconnect, saying you are no longer able to offer securities lending program to people living in the state of Texas or North Carolina. And it seemed like it was going to be a pile-on. More and more were going to jump aboard. Then they also advised that they are being DDoSed. So the exchange was off for several days. The website was down. So between the legal battles and the DDoS, they decided to shutter up the system. So here's what happened, and it hurt a lot of people, is the traditional Ponzi scam. People just disappear. I'm not saying it was a Ponzi scam, because they are trying to make them, pay everyone out. They didn't shut the doors. The coin is still alive, still active, still tradable on their exchange for another 5 days, and then, or 4 days now, and then on other HitBTC and Coin Exchange are also available to trade your coins. So what they did was, everybody who had existing loans, they cashed them out. So basically they just dropped anybody who had existing loans were releasing your capital. The downside is they didn't release the capital in like BTC for us to be able to take it out and do what we want with. They released it in BCC, their currency. Now the currency had been dropping over the last couple of days, just in general because of the DDoS issue. So it was around $220. But what they did is they took the 30-day average of what the price of the coin was, and they paid us out in their coins based off of that average, that 30 average, which ended up being about $363. So basically, for every $363 we were lending, we were given one BCC coin. It was sudden, without warning. Once you try to log in, you got the notification. Upon logging in, that's what was going on. You looked in your wallet, and it was already converted to BCC. So all my money I had was converted to BCC at the rate of $363. So I had a little over $17,000 lending. So I got 40. I already had like 1.4 BCC sitting in my wallet, anyways. So I ended up, they cashed me out about 48 BCC, roughly. I don't know exactly what it was. The problem with this is that everybody got cashed out all at the same time. Panic arose. People took their BCC, transferred it, hit BCTC, Coin Exchange, freaking out, panicking. Coin exchange, you couldn't even create a wallet. It was so hammered. HitBTC went down completely. They took the whole site down because of just a flooding traffic from Bitconnect lenders. Because again, it was the biggest lending platform out there. It had a coin market cap of like $2 billion. So everyone started panic selling, and the price plummeted. Price dropped almost down to $7 or $8. I watched videos from Trevon James, Craig Grant, the Bitconnect guy, Doctor. I apologize, forget his name. They put out videos. What they did was like, hey, basically they went in and started buying up wholesale, like 3-4 BTC sent at it, buying thousands upon thousands of Bitconnect coins, just holding them. Bitconnect advised that they're going to keep the platform open, so they have the online wallet. You'll be able to access their online wallet. You can still stake, so they're still staking. So there's a QT wallet. They are tradable now that they're no longer lending. They are going to be available for more exchanges. So they are going to be applying for more exchanges like Bittrex and whatnot, because Bittrex does not allow lending program coins on their exchange. So now they're going to be more widely available. But people panic sold all the way down to like $6 or $7. I held my coins. They are still sitting in my Bitconnect wallet on the Bitconnect website for now. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. There are rumors that people who lent within the last 3 months, again, these are rumors told by a couple national promoters. They have more access to the Bitconnect team. And again, rumors. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to hold my breath. But people that have their first loan was in 3 months of them shutting down, they're going to try to settle up with them directly, because they haven't been able. Unless you even with an over $10,000 loan, the high $10,000 to $100,000 loan was 120 days to get your money back, to get your capital release. So people who did their first loans within 120 days, there was no way they got a capital release. They couldn't do it, so they released it at the price. People panic sold. The people didn't panic sold, just kept trading the coin as a trading coin. Wouldn't have lost a whole lot of money. So that being said, the price went down to about $7 or $8. It bounced back up over to $60. It's sitting around $45 now, if I'm not mistaken. Still well under what obviously they paid us out at. So I haven't sold yet. I'm gonna see what happens. It's $38, but as you can see here, we'll zoom into 7 days here. Bam, announced right to the floor. Traded all the way down to $5. Like I said, some of the big guys that had lots of money. See, the big time promoters, they happened to get, they had $700,000-$800,000 lending, so they had a huge amount lending, and so they got hit really hard. But they also had several $1 million they had already invested in other projects, so they had money to burn, so they went ahead and started buying all the stuff up here. So got all the way up to $63 overnight last night. And then it's starting to come back down a little bit. So you can hold your coins, you can stake them to make more coins. Bitconnect is creating a Bitconnect X, which is going to be an exchange. There's an ICO right now for the coins. They're based off the exchange. A lot of exchanges are doing that now, where they're creating their own coins to trade. They are blockchain coins. It's a pretty solid tech. For the BCCX, from what I can gather. The ICO, they weren't cheap though. The BCCX coins are going for $50 a coin, and that's an ICO, and you're only allowed to buy like 100 a day, but still they sell out in probably about 25 minutes at 100 a day, $50 a pop. So, sorry, it's my dog. One thing that they are going to do, like I said, I don't know if I'm within the first 3 months. My first loan was November 25th. I invested 12.3, and then 2 weeks later I invested another 1,000 to kind of show you how everything went. So I invested 13.3 in it. I reinvested a bunch. I did take a little bit out for other investments or whatever the case may be. Not a whole lot, so most of my stuff was reinvested. So I reinvested up to a little over 17,000. So my initial investment was 13.3. I'm planning on. I'm going to give them a couple days, see if their whole settle up process is going to be a factor. It was all rumor. I'm going to give them a couple days on that and keep looking an eye on the price. One thing they are doing is for the next 10 days, you've always been able to buy Bitconnect X ICO coins with Bitconnect coin money. So the Bitconnect coins you could buy with them. You were buying it whatever the market value was. So what they have done is they have locked the coin in at $150. So worst case scenario, you can transfer your coins to the Bitconnect X website and try to buy via the ICO, although it's selling out pretty quick. So basically, you're going for the next 10 days, you're going to get 3 Bitconnect X coins for every 1 Bitconnect coin, which may be a good deal. I don't know what that BCCX coin is going to be paying out when it launches. So, what kind of trade rate it's going to happen at. I don't know. Is it going to be over $50? Are you really going to make that money back? I don't know what the situation is. That's not launching until April, according to the roadmap. So that is one option. Another option is wait to see if the price goes up. As you see, the volume is going up. People are buying, people are selling. The volume's way up, $63 million. So in the past, coin market, the 24-hour volume is 30 million. Now it's up over $62 million in the last 24 hours, or $65 million now. So it's trading well, just trading way below what they paid us out at. I wish they would have paid us out a little lower. Maybe even 220 would have lessened the blow. Ultimately, between the money I take it out and my initial investment, probably I need to sell my coins about $195 a break even on the 13.3, and the rest of my gains are a wash. Now, granted, I did take money out and reinvested in other projects. Very difficult to tell. I can't remember what I did or if I made, how much money I made off the money I pulled out. So I'm just going out based off that program. So it sucks. I feel bad because I did promote Bitconnect. Now, I have a slightly clearer conscience, as in I had no referrals. So I did promote it. I did tell people about it. If people invested in it, they didn't do it under me. So if I did talk anybody into investing into, or I didn't tell anybody to invest. I said, here's this product. It's interesting. Looks like it can make some money. And just like any cryptocurrency, you can make some money, but you can lose some money. And I always say, never invest more than what you are willing to lose, because there is that chance. So lending programs you can make some money off of them, okay? And my team is probably going to kick me out. I'm probably no longer a member of 6K Work Week for this one. But with lending programs, it's not a matter of if the site's going to go down. If the lending programs are going to end, or that particular one you might be involved in is going to end, but when it's going to end, you can make money, but the longer you wait to get into that program, the higher the chances are that it might collapse before you get your money out. So, and it really depends on each lending program. Bitconnect, people are hating on it. Okay, Bitconnect screwed everyone, but they are trying to at least make amends. They didn't just shut off the electricity, okay? They paid people out. People chose to panic sell. That is on you. No one told you to hit the sell button. Sucks you lost money. I lost money. I'm in the same boat, okay? But at the end of the day, you have to make informed decisions. I got guys in my team. We're really good. We work well, but with the emotions running high, even in my team, even though someone's like, hold your coins, people panic sold. They lost a good chunk of money because they panic sold. If you sell on emotion when it comes to cryptocurrencies, you're going to lose. Did I want to dump everything in a hit PTC and just crank out the sell and make as much money reduce my losses as much as possible? Yes, that was my first instinct. My second instinct was, how the hell am I going to tell my wife? But all of that's fine. She's accepting of my attempt, accepting of it, and she understands this. This is how cryptocurrency can be. Again, I lost money, when I first started trading crypto. I lost 50% overnight, so it's not unheard of. So even if I sell my coins at $140 a coin, or worse comes to worse, trade them for 3 BCCX, and then I sell my BCCX when it launches for $50. I'm at the end of the day, from what I invested, the 13.3, I'm gonna be down less than 20%. Now I've lost more than that trading normal cryptocurrency without lending. So there's always that inherent risk. That being said, I am involved in other lending programs. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. If you lose money, I apologize, but that's not my intent, but nor is it my responsibility. I'm just showing you what I do or what I have been doing. So I am involved in 2 other lending programs. How much I'm going to invest moving forward in lending programs, that remains to be seen. I'm going to get my hands dirty again and start doing more trading by myself versus allowing lending programs to pay me out. Just get my hands dirty again and doing that. So obviously I'm in these lending programs. They're set in stone for a period of time, so my money is already tied up in them, and I'm going to continue receiving interest payments on them. Hextra and Davor, I'm still in. If you are still interested in jumping into lending programs, again, buyer beware. You never know. Davor is brand new. Bitconnect ran for over about a year and a half, almost 2 years. I think about a year and a half. They went strong. Davor is only like 2 months in. So Davor is now the number one trading platform. Not trading platform. The number one lending platform out there right now. But even them, they even got hit. Their price. Everyone started panic selling there. Their price dropped heavily, like 50% an hour, because of, again, the ripples from the biggest dog going down. So Davor could be around for a year or 2 years. You could make a lot of money off Davor. It is possible. But just like cryptocurrency, if something were to happen and they were to close up shop, you can lose money. So I do have a Davor link. I will go ahead and drop it into this channel in the description. If you choose to do so, by all means, go ahead and do it. But I'm giving you fair warning. Okay, it's paying me out well. I don't have a very large investment in Davor. My largest investments are in Hextra and in what was in Bitconnect. Biggest one being in Hextra, and that's which is having some issues right now with their platform. They've kind of locked in a sell rate, which created so you can't sell below a certain dollar amount, and which caused people to freak out. But people are freaking out anyways because they got hacked and they were down for 7 days. So people are trying to sell their coins, sell their interest payments, and the price just kept dropping, plummeting because people are panic selling. So they locked in a bottom rate where you can't sell below that. So now you have a giant sell wall at that price. You do have buy orders coming in, but they're trickling in compared to the size of the sell wall. So the sell wall is getting bought up, but it's slowly and more people are piling on sell orders. So I'm about I put one small sell order in for probably about $1,000 worth of BTC. Selling some of my Hextra. I got a lot. I got a lot of my interest wallet's huge right now. But just for testing purposes, I'm like 7 days without the sale going through. So with Hextra, again, you can buy in. Their payouts are pretty solid, but right now it's kind of deposit no return as of right now. I mean, their interest wallet's going up every day. A couple $100 every day, but I haven't been able to cash out. Hoping soon that happens, but that's how Hextra is running right now. So all of these all these lending programs are taking a bit of a hit right now. So now I've kind of got that elephant. I've kind of eaten that elephant one bite at a time, explaining what's going on. What my plans are with the coin, with Bitconnect coin. I'm going to hold it for a little bit. See if I can get that, at least $140 a coin out of it. Maybe I'll just do the BCCX thing, because BCCX was actually was only for people outside the United States. People within the United States were barred from participating in the ICO because of all the legal issues. Well, now the lending program's gone. The ICO part of the company because the Bitconnect company was not able to, because of this lending system, their cease and desist, they didn't want it to trickle over into their exchange they were building. So ICO was not available for U.S. residents, but the actual platform will be available for U.S. residents. The ICO was not, but now that they took off the lending program, they are saying the ICO is now open to U.S. residents, so even the U.S. residents can transfer the BCC in it. Now the $150 lock-in rate's only for the next 10 days. After that, BCC will be traded for BCCX at the market rate. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to give it a couple days, find out if they're settling up, see if the price keeps going up. If the price keeps going up, great. If it's not anywhere near $140 in the next 2 or 3 days, which probably won't be, but you never know, then I will go ahead and just buy BCCX up with it and go from there. All right, so let's take a look at the market. We're going to go back to the market. All right, so Bitcoin is starting to come back a little bit, still under 12,000. Dropped to the low, hit 10,000 I think last night, or night before last. So it's up a little bit, but let's go look at today. Yeah, drop below 9,500, back up. I was hoping we would see 3,000 back today, but it doesn't look like that's happening. It's kind of trending right on 12,000. I would like to see it back up to 13,000 by the end of tomorrow. Just kind of start building it back up. Let's see. As you got, let's trend out 3 months. Let's trend out 1 year. Too far. All right, we'll go 3 months. Nah, because there's always a slump. If you're not familiar, the middle of January, the last 4 years have been really rough for cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, but all of them in general are down around this time. You have, Q4 reports and whatnot coming out from big business. And if you don't think they're involved with Bitcoin, someone's pulled the wool over your eyes, because they are. So it's a way of offsetting, kind of like deferred payment, bonuses, stuff like that could be taken care of in Bitconnect or Bitcoin, where it's cashed out, stuff like that. So a lot of people cashing out of Bitcoin in the middle of January. Also, believe it or not, the Chinese New Year plays a big role in cryptocurrency, because the Chinese are heavily involved in cryptocurrency, and Chinese New Year, they take off to be with their families, they withdraw some money to buy gifts for each other, so you do see a dip. Last 4 years running, you saw a pretty huge dip. I was like, oh my god, this guy's falling, Bitconnect crash. No, it's pretty much the same curve every January 12th to 17th, 18th, and then we get and it starts rolling back up, and that's what we're seeing right now. Altcoins took an absolute bloodbath. They're starting to rebound. We're going to talk about 3 altcoins today that I am invested in. I'm interested. Well, I'm not invested in one of them anymore, but I'm probably going to pick some up here soon. That being Ripple. We'll take a look at that. But the 2 I'm invested in, I bought them. I sold Tron. I'll get that in a minute. So it went up. Tron went up to 30 cents a coin. I bought it around 6.9 cents. Went up to 30 cents a coin. I was being greedy. I'm like, it's going to keep going up, I hope. And it didn't. It started going down. I'm like, it's kind of just a small slump. And it slumped and slumped and slumped. And then the bloodbath hit. So I still made money off of it, just not nearly as much as I wanted to. And then I just bought some more today, and we'll go over that chart. So let's actually take a look at the Tron chart here. I got all pretty, I got the Fibonacci retrace going. I got some trend lines going, and I got the Ellison wave. We're gonna take a look at that first. So here we are. We're scrolled out here. Scroll, zoom out here. So we got December here, 6. So right here is when you started seeing a movement in Tron, and that's the first wave based off of what I'm looking at here. It's pretty cut. Sometimes the waves are a little iffy. This is pretty cut and dry as far as wave. Now, again, these waves and trend lines aren't guarantees that that's what's going to happen with the market, but it is a pretty good. It's going to give you the best estimate, I guess, what you possibly may see. If you're not familiar with the Ellison wave, Ellison back in the 20s happened to start noticing in the stock market a pattern, and he kind of developed this pattern. It's a five up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like a wave, and then back down again, ABC, 5-3 pattern, and it seemed things seem to. That's how the stocks seem to go for the most part. Obviously there's deviations from that, but that's what he saw. And cryptocurrency is no different in the same principles that can be applied. So as you can see here, so here's when it started going up. So this is the first wave. Wave 1 here around 376, 377 Satoshi. Again, now, I mean, granted, we're playing off the candlestick here, so top of the wick, it got all the way up to 370, 386, excuse me, and then you have the minor correction, so that's the 2, and then you have the next wave going up, and that one was generally wave 3 is the biggest wave, and that's what we're looking at right now. Here, and then it started to dip, and then we had the bloodbath, so it pushed down hard. A lot of times you'll get one like the wave will be like in here and then it'll go back up, but between the the correction and then the just altcoins taking a giant bath with Bitconnect, or with Bitcoin, excuse me, I got Bitconnect in the brain, it it dropped well lower, well below the what most of the the corrections. There's a major correction due to a number of factors, but it still was above the last line of resistance. I didn't draw the line of resistance here, so this is not the resistance, the baseline. So here you have a baseline. Generally what happens when you get these things here, baseline for the next wave, or excuse me, baseline here. So this is the line of resistance, this is the baseline. I said it wrong. So this is the line of resistance, this is the baseline, and then so it stayed above that baseline. So the baseline strong and never made it back down to that baseline. This is your line of resistance right now, right here. So we'll see if that's the next wave. So 3, and then we'll go to 4, and then up to 5. And once you hit 5, generally, and again I threw that out there, generally that's when you're going to see a slight correction again, down, and then down could be go out way down, or sometimes it's less. That's where you hope the trend lines are coming in. So the down line would hope to somewhere fall in here, but here's a target. So I bought again in here today. It was already on the upswing, unfortunately. I bought like right here, so I bought it in like right here, and my target is right here, which is a little over 30 cents. Whether it's going to make it there, anybody's guess. It is kind of, it's not good. It's not going as high. The candlestick will definitely be up here, but it's going to close. I bought it like, I forget what I bought it today, but yeah, it's a little bit down from what I was earlier, so it's already moved down a little bit. But that'll happen throughout the day. But as long as you get the positive growth, I think we'll see it up in here in the next coming days. That's my goal. If it hits 1,500, I'll probably sell. 1550, 1500, 1550 is probably where I'll sell if it hits that. I'm gonna buy it, and we'll see how it goes. You got your trend lines here, and your Fibonacci retrace. So generally, on the downswing, you have, this is kind of the red zone down here, because I drew it down to the candle as low as it went. So we're gonna go back up, So all that combined, that's where I think we're gonna be at. Next thing we're gonna take a look at is Redcoin. I really enjoy Redcoin. It's a good coin to get in. It's a low price coin, but it's got halfway decent volume. But it is a low price coin right now. So if you don't have a whole lot of money, and you would like to invest something where you can actually see some major gains or some real gains, Redcoin might be a way to go. Again, nothing's guaranteed in life, but same thing here. Let's take a look at the waves. We have, here's where it started taking off. So here's the top of the first wave. You're gonna have the correction. Top of the second wave. The number 3, the top of second wave, which is number 3, position 4. So we're seeing the 5th one here also. So again, this will climb up. Zoom out here. I don't have the because it's I don't have much to the right here, so it'll zoom up and there we go. So it'll come back up, I think. So right here you had your baseline. Here was your original baseline when it original baseline when it went up. So this would be your baseline. This is your line of resistance. It hit the line of resistance, bounced back down, but it busted through this baseline. So that's why I gave it a dotted line, because it busted through a bit again. And I'm going to attribute that to the major crunch that everything took on the 15th, the 14th, 15th, where everything took a major hit, pushed it below the baseline, so it's a soft baseline. But then it stopped it right here. So this would be our new solid baseline for that. So we don't expect it to hopefully drop as under here. But again, these are just different ways you can look at graph it out. So I fully expect this one to bounce back up, hoping to see that one. A target for that one is going to be again somewhere in. This one might be a long hold. I don't know if I think it's going to keep going up and up and up. With minor corrections. I'm not going to say what I'm going to sell at, because I would like to see this one really go. It's tied to social media. Tron, by the way, it had some good news, but the problem is the good news was coming on the correction and then followed by the major dip across all cryptocurrency. So even the good news wasn't enough to pull it out of the gutter. The good news of Tron is that they got partnered or contracted up with a very large streaming platform out of China, basically China's version of Netflix. So it's very good news there. So we'll see how that plays out going forward to push Tron back up as we look at the hopeful upswing on the third wave, position 5. So looking forward to that. That's why I bought Tron the way it is. Our Red Coin, that's tied to social media platform, so that's always it's a way of life now. So it's got good tech behind it, and I think we're gonna see it keep going up. So I'd love to see it $2-3. That would be wonderful for me, because I have a good chunk of them, and I'm thinking about buying more, but we'll see here. So I don't even know where I'm going to sell that at, but because I think that's going to be a long-term huddle for me. But yeah, I mean, these are right now still good time to buy because the market's still recovering. So I would say anything below, just in case it doesn't follow suit, I would say anything below 150 would be a good buy personally. But because you never know if it's going to follow. It could be one of those oddballs where it doesn't follow, standard, the Ellison wave. So there's that. And then finally you have Ripple. Ripple's been interesting. Just taking a look at it again, if you try the Ellison wave concept. And now this could play a couple different ways. You have your start points pretty straightforward on your start point here. Where did my mouse go? Okay, first start point. You got 1, 2. Is this are we considering these? I guess they would be correction. So it's still pretty, not really big one wave. So some people would say this isn't not the wave. An argument can be stated that, depending on how you zoom in and out, that this would be just one. That this is just not even correction, because there wasn't really a dip here. So I'm playing it as a dip, but in all honesty, I'm graphing this as a dip because it dips a bit, but it really almost like a sideways thing going on here. So this could truly be 0, 1, and this is 2 right down in here, and then go from there. So either way, you're in the dip. Probably a good place to buy at. I don't foresee Ripple going down more than this. How much you're gonna, it's at what, $1 or something now, $1.50. But it's gonna. I definitely see it going up, so it would be a good buy here too. So this is where I want to head my channel. I'll try to go through these different coins, see what's going on, see when, what you should do. Now, here's the situation. If this is number 5 though, these I guess can be considered corrections again, but they're not major corrections. Again, it's kind of like going down sideways. So this may be A to 0 to this might be A right here. So we're still seeing a downtrend. So depending on how the problem is it's all about interpretation. So for me, Ripple may not be a great buy right now. But it really depends because you got lots of things going on. You have, what pumped up as possible. Coinbase, they got signed on with other banks. And now you got issues with Coinbase, a little muddying all the waters. Insider trading stuff. So Ripple, I think it's going to go up, but that one I'm a little less certain than I am of Tron and Redcoin right now. Okay. But that's about all I got to say. Again, the lending, anybody who lost money in Bitconnect or possibly lost money. Again, you haven't lost money until you sold. So, if you sold it already, you panic sold. I apologize. You lost your money. I'm sorry that you lost your money. I don't apologize. I didn't do it directly, but I'm sorry that you lost your money. If you happen to watch my video and decided to invest and just didn't use my link, because again, I had no referrals on Bitconnect. If you didn't use my link, if I'm the one that turned you on to it and you just went ahead and signed up on your own and you lost money, I apologize. It's not my intent. I didn't. Again, I'm not the one. I showed you what I'm doing, what I thought was a good deal. But I feel bad that you lost money if you have, or even if you haven't, if it wasn't me, but you're finding my channel and you lost money on Bitconnect. Sucks. I feel bad for you. I'm in the same boat. Well, I'm not in the same boat yet because I haven't officially lost money yet. We'll see. I'm probably not going to get all my money back, but as long as I can salvage it, I can make it up in other areas. So nothing is ever a complete loss. Nothing is ever unsalvageable. There's always moves you can make to reposition yourself to come back bigger and stronger. That's my goal. Hope that's your goal, and we'll try to make it happen through analyzing the market. And again, get my hands dirty. I kind of backed off on a whole lot of trading. I wasn't holding much for alts at all once I started, and I basically went not all in. As far as my portfolio is, I went all in on lending. I would say about 90% of my portfolio got moved to lending. So one leg, I have the trifecta, the DAV or the Hextra and the Bitconnect. One leg is gone. I still have 2 other legs. Now, Hextra, I don't know what's going on with that one or what's going down with it, or if it's gonna stick around. So that one, if you are deciding to go in a lending program anyways, again, because it's supposed to be low risk, high yield. There's no such thing as low risk, high yield in this industry. There is high risk, high yield. So just like if I were to buy, any coin, sure, I can look at these charts and hopefully it plays by those chart rules. But if it doesn't, I can lose a lot of money. So welcome to crypto. Even people that know a bit got bit. Should I have known better with lending programs? Sometimes you're just hoping to make some cash, and you roll the dice, and sometimes it doesn't pan out. So that's where I'm at right now with Bitconnect. Hoping that's not going to be the case with other lending programs. But that being said, you all have a good rest of your day. Hope you kill it on the markets. Buy these dips. The market is coming back after the dip. I really think we're going to see a solid performance end of January, beginning of February for sure, coming back. So get them coins on the cheap. Get them coins on the cheap. Make some money. You guys have a great day. Bye.